Today I'm going to walk you through all the details of the latest generation of PicoGear's 2.4 gigahertz wireless audio system. To save you time, here's a table of contents that will allow you to peruse and see the chapters and the content covered in this video. I have links to those chapters in the comments below and on GadgetGuru.com. So let's start the show. In today's episode, I'll be talking about improvements and updates to PicoGear's $450 2.4 gigahertz two-channel wireless microphone system. Of course, I'll put it through the paces in indoor and outdoor range tests, and I'll demonstrate how it can be used for sound mixing, as well as show you its stereo capabilities. Since this is a two-channel system that includes two of these tiny little microphones, I thought it'd be appropriate to try it out in an interview scenario. Well, to be honest, it's an unusual interview scenario, but it will give you a little bit of background about the unit and allow you to judge the sound quality. Allow me to add that throughout this video, the Pico mics are being used for the audio. Let's go on and take a look at the interview. What's that? This is PicoGear's Pico Mic system. Isn't that the same 2.4 gigahertz wireless microphone system that you reviewed last year? That's correct. In fact, you and I are both wearing the tiny Pico mics right now. Holy crap, these things are so small, I didn't even notice that we were wearing them. But why are you doing another review on the Pico mic? Because a lot has changed, and they made it even better. So let me get this straight. The $450 Pico mic system that you bought last year is already outdated? See, that's the good part. The changes were made with firmware, and even my 2019 model has new features and an improved sound quality. But the big question is, are they available? It seems that every time I go to their website, it always says sold out or coming soon. You can never buy them. Yes, but that's changing too, and a bunch of them are getting ready to ship. And I'll have all the details and some unusual demonstrations. So stay tuned, because that starts right now on the Gadget Guru. Remember, I told you right up front that that was going to be an unusual interview. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell. Now, let's get the facts out of the way. The company name is PicoGear. This receiver, the unit that you place on your camera, is called the Pico Stream, and it provides a lot of single and dual channel audio options while being simple to set up and use. But the main draw is this right here, the two tiny Pico mics. Believe it or not, these tiny mics have a really long range and can deliver up to 20 hours of usage on a single charge. Now, if you're like me and you have multiple mics to choose from depending on your shooting scenario, well, you might have some stored away for a while. Well, because of the battery configuration, PicoGear is now recommending to charge this unit at least once per month. When not in use, the two Pico mics nest in the Pico Stream, and because this is now a single unit, only one cable is required for charging both the receiver and the two microphones simultaneously. As stated, the entire system sells for $450, and if you visited their website, you already know that it's constantly sold out and takes a stroke of luck to make a purchase. Well, that's changing, as I'm to understand that in July 2020, inventory should free up and additional units will be available for purchase. Since it was released in 2019, two versions of the Pico Stream receiver have already been shipped. There's a new 2.0 firmware version available for download that enhances the usage for either of the two versions. If you have the original hardware, while you may have to use one of the two included cables, the Pico Stream now tells you on the screen which cable is needed. If you happen to have the newer version, due to a new firmware update, this is now a true one-cable camera connection solution. The new firmware adds to both models easier on-screen terms. For example, settings such as TRS and TRRS have been replaced with camera and phone, tablet. There's also presets for popular cameras that, unlike the original firmware, make setup a very simple experience. But wait, there's more. I've always wanted to say that. Per the folks at PicoGear, they've increased the audio quality by making two changes. While this is way over my pay grade, here's their explanation. We improved the limiter algorithm and have eliminated the distortion in the case the audio is too loud. It also prevents the mic from clipping. It can now capture audio down to 10 Hertz, which improves the voice quality. In my opinion, other than just the surprisingly small size of these microphones that deliver really good sound quality and, as you're about to see, excellent range, the best factor of this entire system is that its firmware is upgradable and is simple to upgrade. I've been through 2 upgrade cycles so far, and this system keeps getting better and better. By the way, should you lose a microphone, replacements are now available to current owners for $99. Okay. That was a mouthful. Now let's get to the demonstrations, and we're going to start with the indoor test. I'm in a large room. We have tall ceilings. There's an echo in this room. So the first thing you want to listen for is to see how forgiving this mic is and how does it sound to your ear. I'm going to start walking and talking. Now I'm facing away from the camera, and since the Pico mic is clipped to my shirt, we are not in line of sight. When we get to this archway here, this will be the 45-foot mark, which is pretty good for being line of sight, but that depends if you can hear me. Let's take camera 2 right now. We're going to walk into this room. When I get up here, I'm going to be about 70 to 75 feet away. I'm not expecting miracles, but now I'm going to turn around, and I'm now facing toward the camera somewhat, but there are walls blocking the signal. I'm now at the 50-foot mark. I have now turned. I'm facing the camera. And I'm going to walk back towards you, and as we look outside, if you can see that in the image, it's summertime, it's the afternoon, I'm in Central Florida, and it's raining. That's just what happens in this part of the country. Now, by the way, check this out. I'll bet you've never seen a bottle of hand sanitizer this big. I got lucky. I shopped early, and I have enough hand sanitizer to last me a long time. Now let's go back to the studio as we get ready for a very special outdoor test. Based on my recent test of the popular Rode Wireless Go, I found the indoor range of both devices to be similar. However, considering the size of the Pico mic, I'm pretty much amazed. Now let's go outside and do the mandatory range test. Well, I'm going to do something different today. I'm going to attempt to multitask and perform 3 tasks in one shoot. First, yes, I'm going to check out the Pico mic in both line of sight and non-line of sight distances. Then I'm going to show you how you can use this system for sound mixing. And finally, I'll provide a stereo demonstration. But don't worry, I'm going to be quick. That's why I brought my bike. Before I get started, this is the Ride Scoozy. It's a great e-bike. It has fat tires. I've reviewed it online, and I'll put a link right up here. Now, I have one Pico mic clipped to my shirt, and I have the other one right here. This one I have muted for the moment. I did that in post-production. It is actually recording it to the camera. Now, I'm going to set it over here by the fountain, and I'm going to tell you why in a moment. Now, as I've often said, if a 2.4 gigahertz wireless microphone can deliver a solid signal at 50 feet in both line of sight and non-line of sight situations, well, I'll consider that it's doing a pretty good job. So let's get started. So here I am 50 feet. The mic is in front of me. We are in line of sight. I'm now going to turn around and let's see if you can hear me in non-line of sight. Now I'm going to go in and move to the next mark. Okay, let me get back here. I've paced this off. I'm now at approximately 90 feet. I'm line of sight. I'm going to turn around. Let's see if you can hear me when my body is blocking the signal. I'm at 90 feet, non-line of sight. I need to pause the video for just a moment to show you this. Just last week, I released a video that compares the Aston Pro XR to the Rode Wireless Go. I really like the Rode Wireless Go. If you missed it, I'll post a link up here and in the comments below. Now, let's jump to the Rode test at 90 feet and take a look at this. This is the Rode Wireless Go line of sight. I'm now going to turn around and let's see if we can hear the signals when they're not in line of sight. Let me be crystal clear. This is not a commercial for PicoGear. Nobody is paying me to do anything. The opinions you're hearing in this video are my own, but I'm simply blown away that the Pico mic outperformed the Rode Wireless Go. Now let's continue with the long-range test. I'm at 200 feet right now. I'm in line of sight of the camera. If you can hear me, wave. Well, I can't see you. I'm now going to turn around. Let's see if you can hear me in non-line of sight at 200 feet. I'm at 200 feet, non-line of sight. Can you hear me? Okay, now we're going to do a big one right here. We're going to go to 300 feet. Okay, I'm over here. Can you see me now? I'm at 300 feet. I'm at line of sight. I'm going to be kind of surprised if you can hear me, but I guess I'll find out when I get inside, and you're finding out right now. I'm now going to turn around to see if you can hear me in non-line of sight at 300 feet. I'm at 300 feet, non-line of sight. My body is on the microphone. If you can hear me, I'm going to be blown away. Okay, now let's go back to the 80-foot mark, and I have another thing to show you. I'm at the 80-foot mark. At this distance here, I'm going to be real quiet. You can barely hear the water fountain. Now remember that microphone I set down by the water fountain? I'm now going to bring up the volume. I'm not doing this live. I'm doing this in post-production to where it kind of gives you a background ambience. Simply stated, because the PicoGear records each microphone on a separate channel in a stereo camera setup, you can use it to mix in your backgrounds. Whether you're doing an interview and one person is talking louder to another, you don't have to adjust them right there on the site. You can do it in post-production, or if you're outside and you want to capture some nature sounds. Pretty cool, huh? Now I have one more demonstration to show you, and it's a very cool way to check out the stereo signal. I'm going to set one microphone over here and one microphone over here. On my bicycle, I've done what we did when we were kids. I put some playing cards with clothespins in there, pretending like we're a motorcycle. Here goes. Here's my bottom line. I really like this system. It's easy to use, delivers more range than I'll ever need. It's firmware upgradable, and based on my experiences, the company stands behind their product. The big question is it worth the $450 purchase price? I'll answer yes and put a buy rating on the Pico system. Now remember, the easiest way to keep posted on my news stories and videos is to simply like us on Facebook at facebook.com/thegadgetguru, and don't forget to like and subscribe right here on YouTube. And remember, if you like this video, you're going to like this one. And if you like that one, you're going to like one of these. That's it for now. I'm the Gadget Guru, Andy Parr.